Some reading habits are just not for me. I'm going to be telling you which ones that I'm never going to be doing. These are reader deal breakers. So if you're a bookworm or if you love Black fictional books like me, let's see if we agree or if I am just a little bit dramatic. Just a little bit. So let's get into it. My name is Raquel. Welcome and welcome back. Number one, I would never loan out my favorite book. As a matter of fact, I would never loan a book. If I give somebody a book, it's because I want them to have it. I have no expectation of getting a book back because it's never happened before. I have lent out books over the years and never in the history of me lending books have I ever gotten my book back. So from this point on, I'm no longer lending books. I will give it to you if I don't mind you having it. Other than that, I'm going to need you to go right on down to Barnes and Noble and get your own book. Number two, I'm never dog-earing another book in my life. So when I was younger, I used to dog-ear books. And now I still have some of those books. And it is so creepy for me to see those books, 20-year-old, 30-year-old books, with that crease in it. And now it looks weird because it has a crease and it probably has a double crease. And then creases throughout the books in different places where I dog-eared it. It is too easy to make a bookmark. You can use a receipt for a bookmark, which sometimes I do. I get library books in the receipt. When the book is returned, I use that for a bookmark. Sometimes I'll grab an envelope. Sometimes I'll fold a piece of paper. Just recently, I made a couple of bookmarks and I have to pat myself on the back. I think they're really cute. I'm going to put them up on the screen. So, I mean, it's super simple. There's no reason to dog-ear a book. So, never doing that again. The next one is read a book when I'm not in the mood in order to stay on schedule. No, I don't have a schedule and I'm not going to be reading the book if I'm not in the mood. That is the purpose of being a mood reader. I only read when I'm in the mood. I only read what I'm in the mood to read. So, no, I'm not reading a book to try and stay on schedule. I'm not finna say I'm going to read X amount of books in X amount of time. It just doesn't, it defeats the whole purpose. The purpose of me reading, I don't know about anybody else, talking about me. The purpose of me reading is to enjoy the book. It is to get my mind off of things, to to experience something I would not experience in real life. There's a bunch of different reasons why I read, but those are some of the reasons. Like, that's why I love urban fiction. Never in a million years am I going to be in a car in a shootout. Not happening. Whatever the scenario is that comes in urban fiction, it's very unlikely that I'm going to experience it in real life. Very unlikely. Even with urban romance, historical, like none of it. I'm not going to experience these things. Like maybe on a very, very small scale, I might experience some individual things that happen in a book, but other than that, I'm not going to experience it. And so that is my purpose for reading the book, to take me away so that I can be somewhere else, so I could be doing something else. I mean, you know, it's a mind trick for me. And I'm not going to force myself. Obviously, I don't want to be there, or it's not something that I'm enjoying. The whole point is to enjoy it. So, no, I'm not going to force myself to read something in order to stay on a schedule that I'm not going to create. Number 5. I'm not going to be reading a book while music is on, not intentionally. Now, if I'm out and about and let's say I go to a restaurant, because as readers, we take books everywhere we go. This is nothing new. I could go to a restaurant where they're playing music and I'm going to eat and I'm going to read my book, then yeah. But that's not by choice. And at that point, I'm going to be ignoring the music because I wouldn't have it on at home reading a book. So, under those circumstances, yeah, because I don't have any control over it. But at home, no, I'm not going to be listening to music and reading a book. I only need to do one or the other. For me, it would be a distraction. Number 6, I would never shame anybody for DNF in a book. You know why? Because DNF in a book is my greatest superpower. Like, that is the one thing I do with books so well. I'll give it about 3 chapters. And after 3 chapters, I have literally decided either I'm going to keep going or I'm going to put it away. And it's not that hard, because if I have to keep going over and over, reading it over and over again, I know that this book isn't for me. If I'm just gliding through it, if I'm into it, if I'm smiling, if I can picture it in my head and I like it, then I'm going to read it. If not, I'm DNFing it. So I'm not going to shame anybody else for DNFing a book. I think it's a good idea. I believe that there are so many books out there that we will never get a chance to read or see, you know? And for me to force myself to read a book when I could just put this one down and move on to the next one that I may or I may not enjoy it. But if I don't enjoy that one, I'll put that one down too. I am the queen of DNF, and I don't care, because I'm not going to make myself do something that it doesn't want to do. This is one area where I don't have to force myself. Like, you got to get up in the morning, you sleepy, you tired, maybe you stayed up late or something. You have to force yourself to get out of bed and go to work. Reading is not something that I have to force myself to do. So all of the rules are based on what I want, not what I have to do, not forcing myself to do anything. It's all about my pleasure and whether or not I'm getting that. And if I'm not, I'm going to DNF it. Just that simple for me. And then number 7. Now, I would never join a book club that did not read Black books. And I've had 2 experiences. One, this lady reached out to me on Facebook and says, "Hey, I'm starting this book club. Would you like to join?" I'm like, I don't know. What's it about? We have the conversation. Turns out that it is a book club. They're going to be reading books on interracial dating. I go, you know what? Not my thing. Yeah, no, I'm good. And she tries to persuade me or whatever. And I'm like telling her, look, you can do what you want. That's fine. But I have no desire nor no interest in interracial dating. And they weren't going to be reading anything other than, they were only going to be reading interracial dating. Now, I don't know what I would have thought had she said, "Oh, we're reading everything." Then, it's possible I may have, but you're only reading something that I'm not interested in. It doesn't make any sense for me to join, because I know that I'm not going to be reading about interracial dating because I don't have any interest in it. And then on my second experience, I met these ladies who was starting a book club. And because I used to take my book to church, do not judge me. We are readers. We take our book everywhere. I don't care where it is. And so they were starting a book club, and we all was supposed to write a couple names down of some books, and we pull it together, and then we find out what we're going to read. So what happens is none of the books were Black. Red flag. Like, all of these women are Black. Why do you not, none of you are interested in reading Black books? Like, nobody's picked a Black book. Are you kidding me? And I just kind of was like, man, I can't even get with this. Like, I don't even, it's just not my thing. I don't understand how it's what, like maybe 8 or 10 of us, and all of the books are other than Black. No, you know what? I'm cool. That's okay. No, thank you. Um, so yeah, I can't do it. I only read black books. I have not read a book that was not black. I can't even remember. Um, it was probably when I first started reading. When I first started reading, the very first book I read was Fine Things by Danielle Steele. And that was so freaking long ago. I think the book was old. It wasn't a new book. I don't think it was. But that was so long ago. And I used to read a lot of Jackie Collins. And I had a friend who was into reading. And I think she gave me The Maintenance Man by what's his name? Michael Baisden. And I read that book and I was like, I could not believe it. Like, oh my God, first of all, black people. Second of all, oh my God, what are these people doing? And from there, I think she gave me The Coldest Winter Ever. And like, I'm like, what? Oh my God, black people? Oh my God. And from there, I was off to the races. Like, I have never looked back. It's just like, what? Yeah, I can't see myself doing it at this point. And I've heard some books that was kind of like, but, not enough to make me I just don't connect to it because when I think about it, like a lot of the cultural differences are just a lot for me, and I did start out with urban fiction, started out with Whittier Clark and um, who else? Nikki, what's her name? Nikki something. She wrote the book Project Chick. And oh my God, who else? Chunichi and oh Lord, when I think about it, um, just so many black authors from black back in the day. Eric Jerome Dickey, I loved Eric Jerome Dickey. He was one of my favorites, and I really, really, I cannot see myself being immersed in a book where there aren't black people in it. So yeah. Um anyway, so that was my seven excuse me. So that was seven things that I would never do. Drop down in the comments and let me know what your deal breakers are. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you want to come back for more Black Book Talk, go ahead and subscribe. And until next time, see you soon.